The best thing about mitochondria is that they do not have a political party. And I'm not a political person at all, and this is not a political video. But mitochondria only know the difference between light and dark. And like I made a video, my last video was, if you don't ask for it, the answer is always no. Mitochondria respond to every single habit, and especially our light environment. And Otto Warburg said that every secondary cause of any cancer is a dysfunction in mitochondrial disease. And if you close your eyes, the world wants us so bad to be angry and looking at the news and worrying about things that are outside of our control. Just like the body, like we go and we look in the mirror and we hate what we see. And, our skin is not what we want it to be. Our abdomen is not what we want it to be. Mitochondria, they only care about your inner light and the love that you have for yourself. They want you to close your eyes. And like Neville Goddard says, faith is your fortune. When you close your eyes and you bring that energy literally back into your heart instead of trying to put that anger out into the world. The mitochondria, they do backflips. They can create more of themselves. Mitochondria hold their own DNA. I'm in a class right now. I'm in 2 classes right now that are talking about the cell structure and its functions. And I'm like geeking out while watching these lectures. And my teacher is constantly saying, this is amazing. It's beautiful. And it is so beautiful. I promise. Mitochondria, they're fed by nutrient-dense foods as well. And the most important thing is light exposure. Like, they don't care about politics. Nothing cares about politics within the body. Everything is light and dark, either in hell or heaven, a state of tension or relaxation, disease or health, and what determines a state of disease or health or tension or relaxation? That is the mitochondria. Mitochondria also, they're responsible for collagen function. A lot of people really want to improve their skin health, their hair, all of these like really surface things. But it's so much deeper than that. It goes so much deeper. When you improve your skin health, you're improving your immune function, your intuition, your gut microbiome. The gut microbiome is the second brain. And the brain itself takes 20 to 30% of energy per day. And a lot of us are just starving. We're starving, and the starvation unravels itself as a dehydrated state. Sacred depletion. Have you ever heard of sacred depletion? A sacred dehydration, where the cell is not functioning. It becomes rigid, right? Think of a baby. A baby is so malleable, bendable. They have so much collagen, so much brown fat, so much mitochondria. And then as we get older, our skin becomes brittle. We become imbalanced. Our posture becomes poor, right? We can't hear, we can't see. All these functions of the cerebellum that are backed by mitochondria. Mitochondria don't care about your political party. They care about you loving yourself. And that's what I just really wanted to say, because there's so much like focus on what's happening out there, and it's draining, it's exhausting. And the light always wins. The light always prevails. It reminds me of like a rubber band, your resilience. Or like in A Course in Miracles, they say you can destroy your potential to almost nothing. Like you can get in such a deep hole of depression and darkness, but you can never fully destroy your potential. Every single morning you wake up, it's like I can ask. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. I can ask my mitochondria to do work for me. I can get up and go into the sunlight. When I go into the sunlight, I'm signaling to my brain and to all of my major organ centers, insulin sensitivity, mitochondrial backflips, cellular backflips, right? I'm simplifying things here. But all of these things go back to cerebellum function and hippocampus memory function. Does the brain, do they care about your political party? No, the brain just wants nutrients. It wants you to rest. It wants you to go into the sunlight. It wants you to work on your balance and coordination. It wants you to do those calf raises. It wants you to believe in its capacity for restoration. Immune function. When we have a lot of inflammation in our body, our immune system is your energy. So let's say like normal energy level was right here, right? What they call it basal metabolic rate, right? Basal metabolic rate is right here, right? But you're living a speed racer lifestyle. You're stressed. You got a caffeine, nicotine addiction. You're way up here, right? Inflammation is taking a hold of your body. You're way up here, right? You're turning and burning in the sacred depletion phase. And you can't slow down. All these minerals are being shot out and depleted at an incredibly high rate. The immune system is working harder than it needs to be. And something we all need is protein. Like, we need amino and fatty acids. We call them essential because they are essential. Look into Dr. Mary Newport's work. We need protein. We need creatine, taurine, zinc, selenium, iron, copper in the proper ratios, right? How can I get the proper ratio? Whole food. Mama Nature didn't mess up. She was on point. Mama Nature doesn't mess up. When Mama Nature created this cell, everything was with such intense purpose. Everything was so tediously created, like beautifully. Where was I going just now? A minute ago. We need nutrients in order to put down the stress response, right? We're going to be in that speed racer frequency until we give ourselves enough nutrients for the body and the brain to be like, I can finally breathe, right? I need to get in line with my circadian rhythm so that I can turn off my growth factors, which are staying on at night. Sunlight is like the best thing, and then cutting off blue light at night. Anyway, I just wanted to make that, mitochondria don't have a political party. They don't want you to be angry when we get angry, we deplete. Like, is this worth my energy? Is this situation that's way over there, is it worth me getting angry about? And then what happens, so I have a family member who, they work in law enforcement, and, there's things that happen around us all the time that doesn't get put on the news. Evil things happen all the time. Like, when evil things happen, I get angry. I choose hell instead of choosing heaven. In my biochemistry, when I get angry or frustrated with somebody in my family, I am creating darkness on earth. Mitochondria, they want you to go inside and to your immune system too. Joe Dispenza documents meditation and what it is like when we close our eyes and we think about our body like restoring itself and all the blood vessels in our body opening up and all the immune cells going to the tips of our fingers, the tips of our toes. He documents what meditation does in the body, and it's so healing and restorative. So simple. Anyway, gotta go because I got some homework to do. I'm learning about the cell in my class. It's called Cells and Tissues. It's like my favorite thing, You can like, share, and subscribe if this was helpful for you, but as always, I do wish you the best of luck.